What are you waiting for ever since? Yo, Jackie. Yeah. One more. Let's go. One more. One more. Check it, one more. I wanna go. One more. Maybe that one more. I said that's one guinea. One more. Check it, one more. I wanna go. One more. Yeah, and I'm super tired of the way. Now you had question, but I'm me on you. Yeah, you say you boring, but I'm leaving you. Yeah, the thing you do like, hey, I won't go do. I'm not too much into paying that can break the wound. Yeah, see how you find Jarada. I used to share my sack, share my beer, Jarada. Yeah, I'm gonna give you where they get a Jarada. They don't even know you used to have me strong my back. Yeah, one more round. Check me one more round. Check me one more round. One more. Check me one more round. Check me one more round, when I do it again. Yeah, I know I cheat. I love that super one that I know I cheat. You're not even romantic, say you too cheap. I know that what you carry me, maybe that witch, yeah. Now you got me preaching. You got me speaking different tongues without a meaning, yeah. Don't even tell me, say you leave me. Why don't you try it? I will take the water police. One more round, check me one more round. I wanna go one more round. Maybe that one more round. I said I saw you in the kitchen. One more round. Check me one more round. I wanna go one more round. Yeah, I'm super tired of the way. You used to take me for pizza. We flow on the rock, I better know on the media. Yeah, no, I can bring it, go release. All that sushi baba can we do it on the beach. Yeah, you used to make me hot. You eat my boy and you told me that now I seen that you won't carry that down. Yeah, I'm making I didn't say your boss and forget your mom. Yeah, the watch and make them tea, you think the better I just want to see. I can't understand my energy. Then you tell me, say you leave it, so I finish it. Yeah, I'm begging, I go to the thing. One more round, check me one more round. I wanna go one more round. Maybe that one more round. I said that's one more guinea. One more round, check me one more round. I wanna go one more round. Yeah, and I'm super tired of the way. Yeah.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, men and women. Welcome to Tony Commander Galpohkpa Chesson Talk Show. Just give me a minute. Let me put my volume up rightly so I don't have no feedback. Until it comes out, let's be getting it on. Anyway, I want to thank you all for joining me this morning as we begin another day. Today is July the 20th. Let me check my thing. Testing. Okay, I'm coming on clear. Yes, usually I don't want to have double volume coming in from my set and from my headset. Okay, well, here we are. It's a beautiful day today. If I'm not mistaken, our weather's supposed to be good. We're supposed to have a sunny day. Yesterday we had a rainy day. Tomorrow's supposed to be kind of wet and rainy. But today, it's a sunny day. Go out and enjoy it. Okay? In America, you hear the news. Our COVID-19 cases are rising. Our hospitals are getting full. Many of the people in the hospitals are those that have not taken the vaccine. And because they have not taken the vaccine and are intermingling with those of us who have, there are reoccurrences of COVID-19 cases now among those who are vaccinated. Some of our representatives, our Congress people, recently went to an event. They were vaccinated and they recontracted the virus. So this Delta variant is nothing to play with. And it behooves all of us to take advantage of the blessings we have with this vaccine. Don't be selfish. Understand and realize that by not taking this vaccine, you're exposing so many of us to sicknesses that we don't need. I have taken it. I'm not a green monster. I'm still talking during my show. I'm not walking on my head. I'm not walking on one hand. I'm not doing no jitterbug. I'm not doing nothing wrong. Take the vaccine. Please. Please. Save your lives. This is not a political show. You're not doing it for no politician. You're not doing it for no political party. You're doing it for you and for me. Please, please, please take the vaccine. Rise up and take the vaccine, my people, my black people. What are you scared of? We already in hell. You scared to go to hell? You need to be fighting to get out of this earthly hell. So please, my people, go take the vaccine. Go take the vaccine. If Bill Gates put anything in there, we'll go after him. We just get nuts one day and just say, get Bill Gates, we just go get him. But go take the vaccine. Okay? I'm trying to not wear a mask, man. And I can't do it if you people don't take the vaccine. Please, in Liberia, in America, especially in America, man, please take the vaccine. Because when you don't, other people in the less fortunate countries think they're cute. And they're not cute. My Liberian people, you're not cute. Go take the vaccine. My American people, stop acting cute. All you cute or none, Donald Trump followers, take your vaccine. You can still act crazy, but take the vaccine. Okay? That craziness you're doing is on another level. That's called political craziness. Put a halt to that. And let's look at the health of the nation. Go and take your vaccine. This ain't no joke. We cannot afford to have a nation of sick people, of dying people. Go and take your vaccine. My Liberian people, don't let me talk too much now. You all know I don't like to talk too much. Then we go into the darker side of Chesson. We don't want to go in the darker side, Chesson. We just want to sit on the light side. So today is a light side moment. Let's stay on the light side with me, okay? Please don't take me into the abyss. You never know where I end up. Stop it. You're my own people. Pay attention. Commander Chesson is talking to you. You need to go and take that vaccine. If that vaccine is in Liberia, take it. If not, you got to rise up and demand that the Republic of Liberia bring the vaccine for the Liberian people. This is no joke. We cannot tolerate this incompetence. We cannot tolerate this ineptitude. We cannot tolerate this mass stealing and corruption, deception, lies, and everything else you want to add to it. The time for the true Liberian people is now. And we need to get up. We need to rise up. If you don't try, you'll never know that you got it. If you don't try, you will never know what's in store for you. And we got to rise up. Trust me. Rise up. Don't be afraid. They want to beat you, sit down. Just sit down. Already sit down. Don't move. Find a nice spot, already just sit down. Lock Liberia down. That's what I've been telling you all this time. We are then can't do nothing if nobody not working. The whole country will come to a standstill and you'll be compelled to step down. Y'all pay attention to me and do what I say, my people. Y'all will not be hurt. Nothing will happen to y'all. If the government ain't got money, nobody can pay it. The corruption will stop. You're not tired with this thing? You're not tired with one group of people you put your trust and confidence in are the very same people betraying and stabbing you in the back and robbing you blind? You ain't tired with this thing? Every time you come for peace sake, oh, let's forgive them, man. They man our man. You're not tired with this thing, my people. It doesn't matter whether you Congo, whether you country, whether you Va, Gisi, Loma, Pele, wherever you are. Stealing is damn well stealing, man. Y'all wake the hell up. Stealing is stealing. You don't got to speak Va to speak steal. You got to speak Pele. You got to speak English. Stealing is stealing. It's a language all by itself. And we've been under this spell for too long. For nearly 200 years now, we've been under this spell. We are coming towards our 170-something birthday. 170-something, and we haven't changed one bit. In fact, we're getting worse. Every good thing has eluded us. Our constitutional democracy is a damn joke. It's not just coming to be a joke. It's been a joke a long time ago. And instead of taking strides to rectify these things and set our country and people on the right course, we come time and time again and do the same corrupt BS, the same uselessness. All the laws our lawyers learn. I know what you learn the law for. Look at Vanny Sherman. Look at that man, brilliant, went to Harvard Law School, or brilliant man, the greatest briber in our country. His education is a letdown to us. But you see, we're Christians. We can't beat the communists. We can't take them out in the field and execute them. We can't do that. We tried that once. It didn't work. Because you can never know who's fair or not, who's prejudiced or not, who's evil or not. You never know. So to take people's lives, you better know what you're doing. And our great leader from Africa, Gerald Rawlings, told us too. You can't kill people and do the same thing you kill them for. And that's Ellen Johnson Sirleaf's punishment. She can't cause the people to kill our fathers, then she fill our government with her children and bring her grandson, who is just a high school kid, to sit and teach our Liberian legislature about oil. And these useless people still leading us today talking about the legislature or legislators. Huh? Or high school kid can come and teach these buffoons. Then you got them ruling us today like sensible people. The Prince Johnson still there. All the other people still there. Huh? People there in our government for life, holding us hostages, and we're permitting this thing to happen. And we say we're Christians. They will cry, oh, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. That way our country can't grow. That way we can't G no whore. Because we keep calling on the wrong God. We keep calling on the wrong God. And that's why we are betrayed and deceived. We keep calling on Jesus Christ and forget to know about the Holy Trinity. That's the Godhead. So you see, we don't even know our own religion. We don't even know our own religion. Yes, it is good to call upon the name of Jesus Christ. But it is greater to call on the name of the Holy Spirit, the Trinity, the Godhead. So we got to understand the greatness of our God. Everybody, oh, Jesus, 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 Jesus. And they don't know. That's why our country can't progress nor advance. Yes, we can call on the name of Jesus Christ as our God. But we can also understand that Jesus Christ is the living being. The 3-in-1 is the Holy Spirit of Jesus Christ, ascended into heaven. He is different because he is not alone now. Our God is not a lonesome God. Our God is not the God of Israel. Our God is not Jesus Christ. Our God is not some voodoo in the air. Everything is combined in the Christian God. We have the Father, who is the Creator. We have the Son, who is Jesus Christ. And we have the Holy Ghost that comes from the Father and Son. He's the same Jesus Christ. That's the same Jesus Christ. But he's the ghost that reached to us. So when we Christians call Jesus Christ's name, he's the Son and the Ghost. He's the Father and the Ghost. They are 3-in-1. You don't know who's coming to you. You don't know. It's that way for a purpose. For a purpose. We as Christians have the 3-in-1 as our God for a purpose. So that people know that we combine all the holiness under Christianity into one God. 3-in-1. That's the mystery. Because they function together. They function together. And you keep calling Jesus, 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 and forget about the Holy Trinity, you are negligent of serving your God. Because you cannot worship Jesus Christ alone. There's a season and a time for everything. We interact with our gods. So you keep calling Jesus Christ, you don't call it your Holy Trinity. You are not a Christian. You don't know about the essence of Christianity. Because Jesus Christ, though the Son of God, his kingdom is not on earth. Jesus Christ told us that. So the Jesus Christ we refer to on earth is the different from the Jesus Christ who is the Son of God under the Holy Trinity. He's divine. He's higher than the Jesus Christ that came to earth. Because the Jesus Christ that came to earth had a mission to fulfill, to be the Son of God. And that was to die on the cross, to suffer, and to rise again. That was his mission. And when he ascended into heaven, he got on a different level. He was no more Jesus Christ. He was God the Son. So once if you don't understand your Christian roots, you will not be a Christian. You can call Jesus Christ all day. It doesn't matter. He will come to you, but he will not bring you the blessing of the 3-in-1. You have to understand that there is one God and he is the Holy Trinity. And Jesus Christ is the light. He is the Holy Ghost. The Jesus Christ that on earth. He's the Holy Ghost. The Son is already in heaven. So there are so many mysteries to our Christian God and our Christian faith and what makes us who we are. So if we don't understand the essence of our religion, you got to understand your religion. If you're a Christian and you don't understand the foundation of your religion, you are not a wholesome Christian. You don't know your God. So if we stay on this planet, on this plane, and we say Jesus, 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 Jesus all day, we're not getting the full blessing of our God. Because Jesus Christ is only the earthly manifestation of our God. He's not the divine. He's not the Holy Spirit. Well, he is the Holy Spirit in that term, but he's not the Son of God in the divine sense. Only when he ascended into heaven, he became the divine. So these are the mystery of our religion and our teachings we have to understand. And if we don't understand it, we cannot be successful. You cannot consistently call one part of the Christian religion and forget the other wholesome functioning part, which is the Trinity. Because without the Trinity, Jesus Christ does not have the power alone. Because you got to have the 3-in-1. You got to have the Creator, this messenger, who is the Son, and the Spirit that comes to us, who is the Son, the light. And it's not easy to understand. And it's sometimes not easy to accept. Except you ready to understand the mystery. Then it's easy to accept. Then there can be no barriers between you accepting Jesus as the immaculate Son of the breath of God. You have no problem accepting it. Because you know everything with God is mystery. Everything with him is mystery. That's why we cannot predict what God will ever do, because everything with him is mystery. Excuse me. That's the blessing of the faith. We cannot predict the thinking of God, because everything with him is mystery. You can think he's going to open that door. He might not even come from the air. He may just come through the wall. You never know where he will come from. You never know how he will come. You never know how he will present himself. Even when he was resurrected from the dead, he walked with the disciples and they could not recognize him. So that is a physical manifestation of the lesson of who Jesus Christ is. That's why he is so great. And the Holy Trinity is so great, because you can't predict them. They're so complex and convoluted and confusing. You really have to have a deep understanding to accept the Holy Trinity. And I used to pray to Jesus Christ myself until I became conscious of who my God really is. And he is the Holy Trinity. He's the divine essence of Jesus Christ and the Creator, all combined together. That will make them almighty, all powerful. So you got to understand where you stand. And I'm just saying to bring this all in, because this matches with my lesson. This matches with my lesson. Understand your responsibilities, your duties Everything rests on your beliefs, on the belief system that guides you and directs you and leads you. Now, my belief system is that our democracy is from the foundation of Jesus Christ, because he gave us the biggest essence of democracy, separating church from state, telling us no, for us to live together, there must be rules. There must be rules. Even though we are Christians, we must understand that there are rules. And that's what makes Jesus Christ so great. Because our foundation of democracy, of peaceful living, coexistence, comes from the teaching of Jesus Christ. Because once you separate church from state, people have a free life. They are not bound by religion. They are bound by law. And law is void of religion because there are certain mystical things in religion that we cannot explain. And when we cannot explain it, we cannot judge other people on those principles. So all of this is factoring into my lesson today. Because we have lost our understanding of government and church, of faith and duty. When you make those things up, of peace sake and responsibility, there's a mixing of our constitutional institution that does not serve us well. And we have to understand what differentiates us from everybody else. What makes our democracy so strong and powerful and reliant on a faith that is not bound by laws that restrict mankind. There's no law that Jesus Christ teaches us relating to leadership and government that restricts us. It doesn't. It doesn't restrict us. Because in the instance, he tells us to separate church from state. Render unto Caesar the things that are Caesar's. Law, government, governance, that's Caesar. And unto God the things that are God. Morality, spiritualism, divine guidance, peaceful coexistence, forgiveness. All those things are God's. That's why under the law we don't forgive. No, you commit crime, you go to the law. The law has mitigated and extenuating circumstances within the law, based on equity, based on fairness. They are built in the law. That's why our law emerged from the early hundreds to today. We started over common law. When there were no laws, we had a king. But as the kingdom grew, the king could not handle everything. So that when we had common law judges, we started relying on judges who were wise and prudent and understood how to have a sense of judgment that was fair. And they were trained. They were guided by great leaders. And as their knowledge expanded, their courts began to challenge their theories. And every time the court challenged the theories and the body agreed to change the theories, the law became the Supreme Court law. And that's where our Supreme Court came from. And our judiciary and our man-made law. Because the king could not go out throughout the kingdom to adjudge all the cases. No. So they appointed the wise men in the era. You may call them biblical wise men too, because many of them are Christians too, because they understood the foundation of democracy. They understood it. Like President Biden always tells us, it's not a religion that forces you. It's not a religion that you have a king or queen or a fascist leadership that has the gun over you telling you must do this. No, we all got up and we're tired with the fascism. We're tired with the dictators. We're tired with the kings. We're tired with the queens. We're tired with all these people telling us to grow what we didn't want to grow, telling us how much we had to grow to pay the king that we didn't care about. So we're tired with all of that. And that's why we came together to form this social compact. That will make us a social compact, because it's the community that did that. It's the society that did that. I'm just brushing off to explain a little before I get into my lesson. So when the society did all of that, the society set standards for the governance of society under the rule of the majority, which is Caesar. We took the power of Caesar from one man and spread it to the body. We spread it to the citizenry, to the constituents. We spread it. So any decision that has to be made to impact the basic changes of our democracy has to come from the people, because the people replace the king. That's what makes our democracy so great. Because instead of having one king, we have the people acting in unison as a king. That's why when our democracy is broken, when our democracy is tampered with, when we have a dictator come and try to breach our democracy, that unison that brings all of us together because of our like thinking, our like belief that our church is separated from our government. You see what Donald Trump tried to do? He tried to bring the church and government together. And that is against Christian teaching. You can't bring the church and government together because the church cannot participate in politics. When you bring politics in the church, you devoid the teachings of Jesus Christ for humanity, for human rights, human dignity, human pride. I was listening to the Travel Channel yesterday talking about Nostradamus and his different triads or whatever he had. And they were talking about the different things. And one of his main things was, if we have leaders who are insensitive to the need of the people, who are greedy and self-centered and self-conscious, our world will die. Because they will only be interested in the few. And that's what happening. That's what happens on those systems. You got the party and you got everybody else. The people in the party and how the politics benefit get the prize. And they got to string it down to the public. And it doesn't matter how it gets to them. See, that's what we don't have. We got a better leadership. Because we didn't want no king. We don't want no queen. We wanted our country to be ruled by the people. The people replace the king and the queen. And that's why they have to act in unison. And every time that unity is broken by bullshit, by stupidness like January 6th, that was stupidness. When our leaders at the highest echelon are crazy, are lunatics, are criminals, we break the cohesiveness of the one body. Then we start talking stupidness, the QAnon. We start talking stupidness, they're using the evangelists. Like the president going up with the Bible upside down. You know that he's using the Church of God to promote himself and his evil ideals. And these are the things that our Christianity, our roots in one God, fight against. They fight against it. Fight against it. Because power can't be in the church. The church must be void of political leadership and power and focus on the needs of the people. Focus on the charity of the people, the love of the people, and their love for God. So let me get in my topic. I think I talked enough. But I just had to bring you full circle to understand that this democracy we have is precious. It's precious. That's why under our democracy, we're not supposed to kill people. Yes, if it's necessary, we'll do it to preserve our state. Because even in the Bible, God tells you to protect yourself. Don't do it for vengeance. That's the only thing he forbids. Because he says, vengeance is mine and I will repay. But if you're doing it for self-defense, you can do it. So let's just understand the games. Okay? And where we stand in our faith. So let me start my first lesson off. My lessons are for the day. Let it come around. Number one, Diaspora Liberians beg, offer suggestions to help Liberia's legislators wisely spend their legally stolen $30,000 each. 2, NIKO IVANKA, Liberia's Maritime Bureau, and lives of innocent Liberians lost. And 3, the review. Let me start with my first lesson. Diaspora Liberians beg and plead with Liberia's please and offer suggestions to Liberia's legislature to help them spend that stolen money they got. That illicit 15,000 just received. That was stealing. And no matter how you put it, the budget is approved by the legislature. Whatever in that budget that needed to be rectified and sent back. If that's a line item thing, send it back for approval or removal, and then I send it back to you. But when we support something, then we got people telling us illegal. They didn't do nothing wrong. They did something wrong. They approved it. The government can't pass a budget without the House and Senate looking at it and putting their input in it. What's wrong with you? So these people are set to fleece our country and rob us blind. And it can't be tolerated. It cannot be tolerated forever. We are lived under this stealing and this corruption and these evil people. How long will we go? We're almost at 200 years now. We are almost at 200 years. What's got to come down to tell us that something is not right in our society? Dishonesty, deception, lies cannot be the hallmark of Liberian society. No. We deserve better. We deserve far, far better. We are a nation of decent people. How can you come in and tell me you are a decent, respectable man when I see you lie about everything that has to do with our country and its leadership? You can't be decent. You can't be clean. Where everything is stealing. How you claim to be clean? But this is where we stand, my people. Time and time again, this is where we stand. Our leaders have lost their minds. The stealing is so bad in Liberia now that diaspora Liberians are getting involved with the leadership of our country. We put in our input put in this country because it is clear and evident that these people cannot lead Liberia as respectable, decent statesmen. They can't. They are rogues. They are war criminals. They have no regards for other people. These are hardened criminals that fought and killed people for themselves. Talking about they fought for Nimba County and all the other counties. You believe that crap? If you believe that crap, you need to have your hairs examined too. So you come out, well, let me crack it with this hammer and look inside that thing. What's wrong with you, man? What's wrong with you? These people, they're stealing. And their own tribal people tell them, oh, nothing wrong with that. They're okay. They did it under the law. How you doing under the law when you the very people that approve the budget? And the thing was stupid. Or they're stupid, they don't know any better. So where do we go? Now we got to listen to our leaders. Our leaders can't be telling us to stop stealing and do all the things. Then they're talking about stealing in the corner. They're talking about sharing things that then we know they're not supposed to share. Huh? How can we do these things? Look at that golf ball, Charles Galt in Basel. The newspaper telling us he's in jail. And Casa telling us he's not in jail. He's running around challenging people because they all stole the money. Nat McGill stole the money. So instead of you sending the police there to investigate the people, the boy, they send these Babadi, Koji people. They go send these Koji people to investigate $200,000 worth of stealing. You see, it's just bad. It doesn't bother me no more because the stealing is just, it have reached to a point where it's not only us now. Foreigners involved with it. Foreigners perpetuating all this stealing, all this corruption in our government, all this deception of our society. That foreigners doing it to us to steal our wealth, to steal our properties. But we can keep on going on thinking that we're doing it to ourselves and don't rise up and try to change our leaders and get them correct. Because no matter what kind of guns they give them to kill us, the time of the people, the time of God's people is always the best. And we need to find sincere leaders, man. Leaders who are not there for the gravy, for the travel, for the clothes and all that kind of thing. But leaders who understand the core of their duties and responsibilities to Liberian people. And as long as our leaders in Liberia continue to fail the Liberian people, Liberians in the diaspora have to step up, have to demand that changes be made. You see with me, I was going to stick to the point that all the people put that money back in. Because we can't have people taking our money to do their own individual projects when we have national projects to take care of. We don't have water. We don't have electricity. We don't have medical hospitals. We don't have all the cares for our people. Those are national projects. You don't take the government money and divide it to these people to go do their water project in a vicinity. What is wrong with our leaders and our people? What is wrong with you? Now we are stuck with these criminals with their $30,000. And Liberian people are still blind. We got our co-host taking, we should recommend that they give that person $2,000 to do this. We can recommend that they give the other person $2,000. Yeah, we can do it. We can tell them to use that money. Are you people stupid? Are you people education a waste of time? You gotta be crazy. You gotta be nuts. Even if you do something good with that money, you're going to be able to finish nothing worthwhile. Now, here they are talking about helping Representative Naquita Ricks of Colorado. She and somebody else, her team, have secured million worth of medical supplies, equipment, all of that. And they won't ship it to Liberia. They need help. The government can't do it. Because McGill done finished stealing all the damn money, taking all the damn money and running all up country, talking about going country too. Go divide up money and bribe up people. That's all they went for. Now the medication coming, they ain't got no money. We got to come again and help to raise this money. And that's why y'all got to learn about Naquida's Cash App. It's Cash App. Help Liberia now. Help Liberia now. Help Liberia now. We need your help. All of us. Send $25. Send $30. Send $50. Wherever you can send. Let's raise enough money to help her do all the logistics to clear the way for that money to come home. Okay? We got to do our struggle together. All of us got to come together and save our country. Those buffoons in Liberia can't save our country. But what makes me mad is how we save our country when everything we put in our country, the people steal it. Everything. And they have no remorse. Their hearts are so callous. They are so mean and evil. They have no remorse. We put things in our country for our people, and these people steal it. So how will we help our people now? How will we help them? Huh? Because I must have made donations to this thing here. We made donations. Raising $1 million is no problem. The problem is we can't raise money for people to steal. We are not the Liberian government. We cannot raise money to support Liberia's criminals. No, we can't. And this what hurts our Liberian people time and time again. Because when these people steal all the petty change and divide it among ourselves, we have nothing worthwhile to build for our people. Right now, we need hospitals. We need clinics. Where are these people taking this $30,000 to do? To do what? We got a hospital without machines, testing machines, equipment, supplies. And yet, these people talking about going out of state with the $30,000 they legally stole. They legally stole that money. Because when you know the money in the budget and you don't change it, but you sign it, then you come and tell us, oh, it was in the budget, you had nothing to do with it. Or you bring your other dummy to come and tell us, oh, they didn't do nothing wrong. They didn't do nothing wrong. It was in the budget. It was in the budget. It was in the budget. You think all of us stupid? You think all of us stupid? And this is what hurts our people time and time and time again. It hurts us. It hurts us to the point that it kills us. It kills us. It kills our children's dreams, their aspirations, their desires. It kills it. It kills it. And we can't do it time and time again. We can't keep begging these people or continually suggesting that they do right to save our country and people. Who are these ignorant people we keep putting in our government? These people know that they're ignorant themselves. Look at what happened in Liberia. Government official ordering his security to beat the police and drag him in the street. Drag him. Because the man said he's doing his job. And you got to pass. You got to be in a hurry. You are privileged. You are set aside. You are the only Liberian with gold in your teeth. So everybody got to move and let you pass. So you're shining too much. We have to wear shades. But what's wrong with our people, man? What's wrong with our country? We can't continue with this. We got to take a stand against these legislators. These people who have no feelings for us. No sympathy, no empathy, no love, no devotion, no duty, no responsibility. They're just there for themselves. And this is not the way our government is meant to, not supposed to run. We're getting tired now. We got to hold people accountable. So let me get off this point. Because there's no reason we in America supposed to be directing these dumb and ignorant leaders in Liberia legislature on what to do, on how to perform their duties, on how to stop stealing the money that is not theirs, but for the Liberian people. And we expect people to give us money. We're taking this money that people send us for our children, and we're giving it out to people who do what they want to do. Then we want corruption to stop in Africa. Let me move on to my second point. But I just want you to keep in your minds and hearts what these wicked people are doing to us. How they're stealing money under the pretense and color of law when they know within their hearts that they are criminals. When they know in their hearts that what they're doing has condemned them as rogues. But we cannot continue seeing people stealing our properties, our money, and pretend like they're for them. Okay? We got to stand up for something. We got to live for something. And we got to die for something. And those are the foundation of human life. Because if you don't live for nothing, you fall for anything. And anything is not the possibility of this life. My second lesson. NIKO IVANKA, Liberia's Maritime Bureau, and lives of innocent Liberian people. You all recently heard about this ship that was built in Liberia in 2018 and approved and christened by Joy Taylor Howard, who was the vice president. You heard how this ship had been traveling the ocean, and for the past several years, it has been condemned as unseaworthy, needing repairs, and cannot be used until those repairs are made. So how did this boat continue in circulation when the Maritime Bureau had knowledge of the fact that there was mechanical problems, mechanical and body problems with the ship? How could they let it fly? How could even the people at the port let this boat go back in the ocean? Because it's supposed to be common knowledge that this boat not go in the ocean. Why would you let the ship of the Republic of Liberia go in the ocean when there's an order on it not to travel? This too is another example of the disregard for human rights, the outright evil of our leaders to persist on the path of keeping our nation and people stagnant, of keeping us down and putting their thumbs on us and telling us we can't progress and advance in our own Papa land. You see, I remember when they killed our people in 1980, everybody wanted to sing Papa Land. People were buying the album, Who Owns Papa's Land? Oh, I like Child. Who owns Papa's land? Oh, shout out bound. Who owns Papa's land? Oh, la la. That all you could hear in that bureau. That all you could hear. Now the real rogues are there ripping our country. You can't hear it no more. I think I was one of these talk shows talking about how Liberian people were dancing. You kill my man, you kill my pa, I will still vote for you. You kill my man. And people were talking about how disgusting this was. How they had never heard people talking about You kill my mom, you kill my pa. We'll still vote for you. What kind of insanity is this? What kind of insanity is that? And that's supposed to be for the people who say they're refined, who say they're ready to move our country to the next level, who say they're ready to take over the helm of leadership of our country. But these are the problems we go through. Because we got old rules and we got new rules. And the new rules are coming up to replace the old rules. And this is not right, man. This is not right. This is not right. So people say, the surprise we need, because Representative Nikita Ricks of Colorado, she and another Liberian have got together and secured $1 million worth of hospital supplies for our people. That includes gloves, PPE, all the different things they need to protect themselves. I think some tissues and masks and all. But how we do all these things when our country's efforts are not coordinated? When our leaders are self-centered, egotistic, selfish, mean, greedy, unloving, unchristian, unmuslim, unholy. They're wicked. They're pure wicked people. We gotta go beg them to take $2,000 out of the $30,000 enlargement to send for medication for our country. Why it gotta be that way? Why it's gotta be that way? Why our country always letting us down? Why our country always failing the Liberian people? Huh? Now look at, we got shit. Liberia got shit. How for us to believe it to everybody, Liberia got shit? Yeah. That's admirable that our country has a ship. But the ship is not Fusa. Why you want to keep the ship running? And like somebody said, this is incompetence of the Maritime Bureau. Because the Maritime monitors everything that has to do with sea worthiness of vessels on the ocean that fly our flag. So here is our own ship, totally unseaworthy, totally loaded with bricks and other stupid things. And nobody checking on this boat. Under the last administration, it was ordered to be put down. It was ordered to be taken under the ocean, to be kept on ground. But here we see again, just like our beautiful Liberia, no laws, no sanctity, no peace, no coexistence, no nothing. Everybody just does what they want to do. Somebody did not take our ship. A pure greed. Somebody was collecting money on that ship. If somebody collecting money on that ship, we got to know who, because they are responsible. And if they're the Liberian government, heads got to roll. But we don't punish our criminals. You steal money, they don't punish you. You kill people, they don't punish you. You derelict and useless on your job, they don't punish you. Our people just dying at the hands of the useless people for nothing. Who will hold responsible? There is nobody in Liberia to hold responsible for the negligence, irresponsibility, and uselessness of the Liberian leaders. We have nobody. 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 So every time people travel, they make mistakes, people die. I don't know how they throw out the bills. Do they just bury the people and let them go? But this is not right. This is not just, it's not fair. Because when you hate people, families, and you hate people, you change their lives. You change their lives. And our government officials at every level in our government got to be responsible, got to be held responsible. And if they are criminally or just negligent, they got to pay. We got to hit them in their pockets. We got to hit the Liberian government in our pockets. So you got two cases to bring. Bring a case against the government, bring a case against the government officials. Let them pay. And our laws got to become more proactive and not reactive. The stealing and killing in Liberia going on with impunity. The law got to be advanced and ahead of these criminals. So we will catch them before they can think they're in jail. They're not coming out. And they're going to be royally flogged. They ain't coming out. So these are the things that matter to us. These are the things that matter to our survival, our upliftment, our progress, our advancement, and us not being stagnated. But if we don't know what our rights are, if we don't know what our pride and dignities are, if we don't know who we are as a people, as a nation, we wither away. We wither away. We lost that foundation that makes us who we are. So we got to take care of people. I mean, essence, this is all of it. We got to take care of people. We got to take care of a nation. We got to take care of everything that matters to us, or we lose it. And if we haven't lost it already, we're losing it fast. We're losing it fast. Because the lifestyle we're living is not a lifestyle for people like us. We are poor, common people, man. We live well. We try to enjoy life as best as we can. But we are struggling people. We're struggling. And this is just a reminder that if we're not conscious of the people we take to lead us, if we're not conscious of the people who say they love us, if we leave them alone and don't check on them, and we know there are ways that we don't accept, that are not wholesome and functioning for our society, but we leave these people alone to live their lives and be what they want, even as our government officials. This is a problem that has to and must cease and desist. So that's it. Our leaders got to be held responsible. Our leaders got to be held accountable at every level, because there's no reason. Then somebody said, Nagbe talking about he want to investigate. Well, you can't stop him from investigating. That's one thing I don't agree with. The man is a maritime boss. The ship falls under a maritime bureau. If he wants an investigation, he can order investigation. He can order it, but he has to involve the police in that investigation. So it's good he wants to order investigation for us to find out where blame lies. But to the extent of this accident, this is also a criminal case, because that ship was not seaworthy. It was not seaworthy. And for the government of Liberia property to put it on the ship, on the ocean, to put it in the ocean to carry people, that's a grave risk to our national security. Everything rests on our national security. Especially if some government official die in that right. Now look at this, so many children, the West African examination team was going to test the people of, where are they? Maryland, Banga, somewhere down there. Not Banga, in the eastern region there. They were going to take the people test of them. And what happened? At the Bassa port, the ship sank. 21 people on board. 15 to 17 people cannot be found. 11 people found. On that ship, they had the West African examination team. The team that tests our students every year to verify that they are qualified to go on into college. These people were killed and drowned. These people were killed and drowned. How can that happen? And now we hear they say bricks were on the ship to make it heavy and all of that. This ship was unseaworthy. People were still using it, talking about, oh yeah, it was still good, it was still. And that ship is not to carry people. This ship was certified to carry goods and stuff to the counties. So what are families doing on these ships? It creates a serious problem for us time and time again. Time and time again. Violation of laws. We have no laws in our country. We set simple laws down. Our own government officials break the law. How can you run a country like that? Simple law. They break it for petty change, for their own personal interests, to satisfy their own desires, and put our people's lives in risk, at risk and in danger. But this is what we are, my people. The chips got to fall where the chips may fall. There are too many things going on in our country that must change. And before I forget, remember and representing the Quita Rick of Colorado, and her team are collecting money to send $100 million worth of goods, PPEs, gloves, masks, some medication, all of that. They want to send it to Liberia. The government said they need $100. So please get involved with this. Chip in. You can send it directly to the group through Cash App. It's Cash App Help Liberia Now. The money sign Help Liberia Now. So you can go online right now and get your phone and dial the hash app and send the Quita $5. This thing will cost a lot of money to send. Then they got to transport it all over the country. I don't know where they want to go with it, but the initial stages will be tough. That's why they need support from all of us. So if you feel a need to be a part, get involved. The Cash App is Help Liberia Now and the dollar sign. So I beg you, my people. I beg you. I beg you, I beg you. I hold your food. I hold your ugly crusted toes. Those stinky toes. I will hold them. You'll send some money to Naquita Riggs. Oh, send some money to Naquita Riggs. Oh, Cash App. Help Liberia Now. Send some money to Nikita Rex today. We need some money to get that equipment home. We got to get that medical equipment home. It's $1 billion worth of stuff we got to roll out of here. Get it for. Use the cash app at Help Liberia now. That $, Help Liberia now. Nikita Ricks is waiting for your help. Nikita Ricks is praying for your help. We got to join Unit 5 and send that medical spy home. Amen. Let's get on with the church. My third lesson, the great review. I've never been this long on my show before, but it's a necessity that we get all of this out. Okay? We got to check on the legislators. All this money they're stealing from us, this is legal stealing. One person cannot carry $30,000 home to put in their own bank account. Are you crazy? This is against professional and international business practice. This is against the law. This is against the will of the Liberian people. It is massive stealing. And we can't continue to see these things happen. Then we come to our port. We got rogues there. Oh, I forgot to tell you, we got the new rogues and the old rogues. I mean, how these people can just come and breed new rogues? Now, one of the new rogues, that James Porter, the man who bought this Q7 for his wife and broke a bottle of champagne over it to celebrate, that the CDC youth had to kick against him, his own youth. These are the young rogues. This man just growing up in the government. His first big job. He comes from poverty, nothing to show for it. This man buying expensive car for his wife. What about himself? Hey man, how you can treat our country so? Huh? Popping champagne over his wife's car. Now we got another young crook at Lands and Mines. This Porter, James Porter, was Assistant Minister for Logistics at the Ministry of State. That he with McGilligan. These rogues, man, they stick together like shit on stick. Yeah. Okay, so we got James Porter, Ministry of State. Then we got Samuel T.K. Wilson from Lands and Mines. From Lands and Mines, man. The man buying a house. Hell of a house. 18 bedroom. Luxurious. The man say he ain't been to the job good 6 months yet. All the boys just building these massive things and stealing our money to buy cars. The old rogues have passed the lesson down to the new rogues. That's why we got to put these rogues in jail. The new rogues are taking over from the old rogues. And they're teaching them the tricks. They're teaching them how to steal. They're teaching them how to rob our people. The new rogues cannot persist. You're going to arrest these people. My Liberian people, if the government of Liberia don't arrest these people, it's on their heads. They are the killers and the murderers of our people. So we got Sam Wilson, another young diaspora rogue. Who are these people? Building 18-room bedroom house on Dupo Road. And it's just so sad. So sad. I mean, how can these people come from nothing and overnight buying cars, building massive, successful home? You saw Condolo, party house. Casa was showing you the house. Calondo, yeah, Calondo party house in Marshall. Hell about humango stuff, man. They got to build small things that'll be massive construction. Massive. How will our country ever survive these people, man? People come from nowhere, no money, nothing, and just take government job and just get rich. And you see, my people, forever in Liberia, our government has been the only employer. We have nobody else to employ. So all these people come and live on our government. Everybody in Liberia are raised by the government, are supported by the government, are enriched by the government. We steal from the government. We have nowhere else in Liberia but the government. That's why we are criminals. We learn to steal from our hands that feed us. We learn to steal from our hands that feed us. That's why we can't grow. That's why our whole society is corrupt. Because nobody bringing nothing in. Everybody just content with working with government, making big money and walking around. Oh, where you working? Minister of Finance. Oh, where you look good, man? Where you working? Oh, Minister of State. Oh, man, you look rich, man. Where you work? Oh, with the president's office. Just blatant criminals. Blatant criminals. And we can't continue it. We can't continue it. So where do we start? Where do we start? Yesterday, the Pope Francis told us during his message that we should put everything down and take a step back. The cell phone, the ear muffs, the earphone, everything, put it down. And he said we need to take a break. We need to take a break. All these things got to work up. I've lost our minds. But we got to rise above all of that. We got to rise above all of that. Our legislature must be accountable, responsible, and dutiful. Our government must be subjected to the rule of law. People can't just go around doing things on their own when we have a system of leadership. People come and say, we investigate this. And you know in Liberia, there is no investigation. The whole damn country is corrupt. How many times George Weah had told us he's investigating things? 4 auditors missing. 3 men can't be accounted for. Girls being raped daily. Look at just yesterday, a boy died. Young children getting killed. No investigation. No rule of law. No reports from the police. We are living in a world of hell. And we can't get out. Because we are too afraid. We are too deceitful. We are too wrong. And we can't change. My class is done. Aluta, continua. The time of the Liberian people is here. I can't force you all to drink, but I can definitely lead you all to the well and pray that you do. So let's rise up. We got a country to build. Have a good day.